Good evening, this is Tenez the Human, and welcome back to our Papal States Pacifist run. And join us outside Dam and Blast, the old city of Genoa, of course, where Milan are going to head in. We're actually on the exact same turn that we finished on last time, or the end turn phase, I should say. Milan are not going to allow us to get those reinforcements in. They're going to attack now, and that will make things a little bit tricky. It says 1-to-1 here, but we are very much down on the men, and they have plenty of good units here. Especially with their catapults, our walls are going to be absolutely worthless. We found out last time that cavalry, not going to do the job. We don't really have the cavalry to deal with this. They'll get shot down by the crossbows should we even try and get anywhere close. So we're going to let them come in, but this could be a tricky old affair. What we need to do with Dam Blast, though, I don't know. We need to give it away, I suppose, is what the plan needs to be going forward. We've got to decide who that will be today. But first of all, we need to clear them out. So this could be a tricky one. Lots of siege equipment and lots of smashy equipment. So we'll let them come in. I've done a tiny bit of merging units, just in anticipation of an attack. So we've got a few tiny units who can at least just hold towers. Should they become useful, but most likely they'll all be shot down. Let's hit in. This could be a tricky affair. Let's go. Straight away then, we've got our one trebuchet, well, two trebuchets at one unit shooting at theirs. Hopefully one lucky hit will take them out. That might just give us a little bit of a chance. Certainly that will help us out if we can manage it. While they get on with all of their shooting, then we'll hopefully pick one of them off. But if we fail to do so, naturally they will be walking in. What I have got over here is the odd unit of virtually dead infantry standing around just in case we get to make use of these towers. In fact, there's actually one Swiss guard over there. Marvellous work. So, further back, we of course have ourselves... Ooh, there goes the wall. Indeed it shall. Yeah, obviously up here, we've got ourselves quite a few of our men up on the hill. Lovely shot from these chaps as they approach. I assume they're going to approach that way. We have whatever's left back here on the plaza. Just have to have a little look-see and see if we're getting any lucky shots in so far. Doesn't look like it. Although that one looked immensely close. Not too shabby, but I think we're not really doing the job quickly enough here. Very strangely, they've now walked the trebuchets into range of the ballista tower, so hopefully they'll die in time. Yeah, there we are. Big hit on them. Even the... well, it's not quite rain. It's kind of sweeping haze is coming through. In they come. But the towers are still on. Towers are still on, certainly the main guard towers and these, so we can hopefully get some nice damage in as they approach, but I'm not really sure what the trebuchets are going to achieve at this point. We did get one or two good hits on these lads. Ooh, very nice, only the peasant crossbowmen, but it's certainly good to get some hits in where we can. I think our trebuchets are about to be in big trouble though, because they're about to get caught by the mailed knights if they can be bothered to kill us anytime soon. But the ballista towers, hopefully, doing some nice work. 10% already taken out, which for, you know, them getting through the walls isn't particularly good, but I think considering their trebuchets make very short work of the walls, it's not too bad, to be honest. Ballista shots doing a bit of work, but honestly not enough. They're going to start climbing the walls and take out the few men standing around at this point, which is a bit of a shame. These guys, I can't actually tell them to get rid of their equipment, which is a bit of a shame, because I'd quite like the unit not to die, but there we go. We can try and do the old shoot at them at the gates, but we seem to be struggling to do that right now. Down go the trebuchets, a bit of a shame. These lads are now unattached, so I can try and send them to the plaza, but they're going to fail miserably at running away. As for the guys who approach here, yeah, beautiful, deadly shots to these feudal knights as they approach. They're not going to be in a good position once they hit our Swiss guard up here. Can we just slightly change the angle? Yeah, we can. It's a bit fiddly during the deployment stage, but generally works much better at this point. Keep the crossbows at the front for the time being. I reckon these guys won't be eager for very long, although this building's pretty much awkwardly getting in the way. Fine, shoot the next guys. In fact, shoot their crossbows, because they're going to cause us a few issues. Can we try and get on top of them with cav? Probably best we do, actually. Get on top of the cav, please. Get on top of the cav. That isn't what that was. Okay, let's go make sure we block this side entry to the plaza, because it looks like they're coming through here. Spearmen. I think they're just chasing the trebuchets, to be honest, but we might as well block this up best we can. But of course, pathfinding in cities is terrible. It is a sight that no one likes to see, the Genoese crossbowmen charging through your city. But Norse clerics, the Silver Surfers, are into battle. More than anything else, I was trying to keep them busy for a moment, but to be honest, if they want to come forward, we'll just send Cav back, because frankly, they're not going to do all that much good work right now. You guys get back, that's absolutely fine. Hopefully our crossbowmen are dropping a few good bolts into them, but at this point, yeah, we do just need to pull out of there, sirs, so please do that. My general is not in good shape, not really doing very well against all of these chaps, so better leave it down to our pikemen, who seem to be getting into battle at this point. Did he just kill himself to our own pikes? He might have, you know. I'm very confused what the game is doing at this point, but I think that's what just happened. Well, there we are, he's dead. So we'll charge him forward into those guys. That will be them here in the back. You guys get yourselves over here. In fact, now we've both just kind of just given them a bit of a pants charge there. Oh well, that's a bit of a hit on these guys. The Dismounted Feudal Knights getting hit by our Papal Guard. That's fine. I will, to be honest, I'd rather draw back for a moment. Oh, there's Sergeant Spearman over there. Oh. That's not good. Okay. You guys, get yourself over there. You take out the Sergeant Spearman. Let the Swiss Guard take care of all those guys back there. They're slightly more problematic. Okay, they're taking us on. There's their general. Over on the end of the plaza by our Spear Militia, who I was just looking over at, actually. Now, what worked last time pretty well was getting the cav around the back. So, it wasn't actually the cav, it was some infantry units. So, we're going to try that again this time. See how that goes. Our crossbowmen have just pulled back slightly. At this point, hit those feudal knights. They really need to be going down a little bit more quickly than they are. There are more Sun Spearmen coming forward, but honestly, we can, we'll just leave the Swiss Guard to eat as much as that's possible. Really, the issue, as far as I'm concerned, is the crossbowmen causing us issues, because they're going to start cutting through us. All cav, get yourselves around here. There's not much of you, but what is left we'll have to do. Swiss Guard, get yourself in as well. You guys turn around, deal with them. We are struggling at this point here. What we need to do then is get what we've got left into a good position on this plaza here. So, all of you lads, in here, spread out. Now, cavalry, cavalry, cavalry. Get yourselves around the flank. They can get themselves into these crossbowmen. Now, they won't actually be able to win that, but if anything, they might just be able to distract them for a little bit. Since the general's dead, no point in worrying about him getting himself killed. Right, we've got a couple breaks here. You guys press onto these guys. That's a break there. The Swiss Guard will hold eagerly for a long time. Oh, this is just where you want them, isn't it? Just on a lovely hill before the plaza. Crossbowmen in behind, shooting down. They're in a bit of an odd position, to be honest, the crossbowmen, because their skirmish mode has been doing some odd things. But we'll turn off skirmish. Actually, we probably want it on at this point. Yeah, probably best if we turn it on. Now, Cav. Cav. Get running, please. I must have left them on walking. That isn't particularly helpful. Okay, it's creeping up. It's creeping up the numbers in our direction, but not very quickly, to be honest. I don't really... not feeling confident about our chances right now. I think the general might at least be able to do a little bit of good in the back here. Yes, we've got a break. We have got a break. Well done, my Silver Surfers. Marvellous. Marvellous work. Right. Chop them up, to be honest. Chop them up and we'll get ready to hit the back of these guys momentarily. Can we? Oh, we can't. We can't line it up properly. Let's just get forward. Get forward, sirs! Gallop forth and take out the scum. Here we are. There we are. Into the back of these guys. Bit of damage. More than anything else, it's a distraction. Especially as they start to crumble. There's some spearmen, Dismounted Feudal Knights here. Doing okay. Let's just keep charging these feudal knights, Papal Guard forward. I think, to be honest, I should send a few more. Maybe not somebody who's going to lose the morale. Couple more units. Just push forward. Let's get the numbers in here. General, you just charge them off at this point. You're not going to break those guys. There's too many units, but you can at least stop these from returning, which is for the best. So General, get on top of these chaps. You get on top of those chaps. That should at least clear them out. As for these bits over here, they have taken out all of those guys. I wasn't actually sure. Hadn't checked that for quite a while. Indeed, it has started to work in our favour, hasn't it? I think at this point we just press forward, charge into the big pile back here. In fact, General, get yourself back into them at this stage, because at this point we can close the trap. All infantry, get him. Don't burn our city down. Where's the trebuchet? I need to go deal with that. I'm not concerned, to be honest. Not concerned. Let's just make sure we get on top of all of these guys. There's a few units piled on top of each other, but I think we've got it now. It's a bit of a grindy affair. Really enjoying Genoa over here. It's a bit of an annoying city, but we are managing to hold them off. And I suppose it's probably a good idea to try and take as much Milan as possible. We might be learning here today the immortal lesson of Medieval 2, which is kill Milan ASAP, which I think I did on like turn 3 or 4. Oh no, that was my favourite house. Yeah, and we're starting to see their frame rate be unhappy about trebuchet, so we should take them out for that reason, if none other. So charge forward, take care of them all. And that should be the battle right there. A couple units have decided to come back into battle a couple times here, but no, it is entirely over at this point. Run down the worthless peasants. We've lost way too many troops, though, in dealing with this battle here. I suppose it's partly because we left it so long. Normally the AI likes to come in a bit sooner than it has here. It's quite sensible in waiting as long as it did. Probably would have been best to wait just 1 or 2 more turns. Ah, they shut the gates. Well done, sir. Well done, but that is victory over Milan, and we've got to plot how we can completely annihilate them at this point, because they're becoming, well, the standard nuisance of Milan, really. Officially a heroic victory, but we did lose the general in spite of the 5 experience gained there, so come at a cost. It came at a cost here today, but overall, we did the job. And no, we execute all Milanese. A new papal decree has been set in that regard. I don't really know why we're doing following all of their movements. We really shouldn't, chaps. Don't really want to see any more Milan than I need to. Oh, good. They're sending an immediate second force in. Damn and blast, aptly named. I can't give it away when it's besieged. So rude. So rude. Right, I've got to blockade Alexandria. How unnecessary. Right, Papal States, we have ourselves a new cardinal, which is marvellous, somewhere in this force over here. That is good. Couple cardinals, in fact. 8% Catholic. Yeah, when they're converting, they very quickly pick up what they need. Aleppo, you know what? It is a castle, so better just make sure we are properly equipped. You, sir, get over to Baghdad. Take care of rebels. Can't quite get to him this turn. A noble death for Roberto de Maggio, who, well, he died against the Milanese, so I suppose it does make him a true defender of the faith, but I still feel vastly disappointed in him. He essentially got caught in our own spears and then got hacked down by them. What an absolute numpty. Anyway, Denmark relations very good. We can possibly get an alliance with them. I don't remember entirely what their situation is right now. I recall they lost a load of their allies. Yeah, they have. But their enemies are still our enemies and their allies are still ours. So I suspect it's a good idea to go and get them into the alliance. Accepted. Marvellous. And with that, we can just stand around here hovering between the two. Now, we do need to send some of our diplomats around. You, sir, need to head up towards England and France up here. Yeah, we might just be able to catch some of their diplomats up in that direction. This time I reckon we are absolutely fine. We can probably win this with an auto-resolve sally, actually. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, send some Swiss Guard. We've got some here ready for reinforcements, so We'll send them to come and help. That will do. Close victory. Oh dear, close victory. That is really not particularly impressive, is it? No, it's not. But with that, we have got Dam and Blast back under our control. And with that, we can give it away. Should we give it away to Denmark? We probably should. Wouldn't mind them having a couple here. Or is that a bad idea? Possibly not a terrible idea. You know what, we'll give it to Denmark anyway. We can't give it to Denmark this time. They're going to put us under siege again by next turn. Oh, aptly named Dam and Blast once again. Okay. Anyway, elsewhere, things are going quite well. Obviously, over in the east, Baghdad is actually empty. Very strange. Yeah, Baghdad is empty. Aleppo, this is actually, Mosul is actually not so because it's Egyptian, so we'll take that as well. You, sir, I'm not sure what I need you to do because, to be honest, looks like we kind of got this under control. You're not going to get to Baghdad. I doubt you'll get to Mosul even before that army gets to Mosul. Should we send you to Alexandria? We could, you know. I think we do that. And sod what what Hungary think of us at this point. Frankly, it doesn't matter. They should love us forevermore, although they won't, because the game is mean like that. Okay, so obviously last time, we haven't even had a recap of last time. Last time, the Holy Land was given away to Hungary after, well, a snatch and grab, because I was very much expecting Poland to do this. Whether Poland is still floating around, I'm not sure. We might see them here. Can't see them at the moment. But they might go and nab something, although the AI generally doesn't bother having not having won the crusade. They normally just send their army back home, which I always think is a bit of a shame. You're already at war. You might as well go and murder them. But I think it's time for the Pope to send his forces on a bit of a tour of the Holy Lands, and maybe pick up a few of those territories. Because, of course, we are into Pope Oddus at this point. He does look a little bit like his name suggests. He's an aggressive pope, and I think we do need to make sure that we convert regions over to Christianity and over to Catholicism specifically. So conquering this land is very much a part of his plans, so we're going to make sure we get on with that. Fine, we're a bit low on money, so probably shouldn't be giving away towns, but maybe we'll keep this for a couple turns. I don't know, but we do need to go and deal with Milan. Hopefully he doesn't die. Indeed he doesn't. They've got broken lances now, which is something. Oh well, at least we've managed to cripple a lot of Milan's power. If we can go and grab Milan, that would be ideal. But obviously all our forces are out in the east. Now Carlisle, we're supposed to give that back as well, actually, aren't we? We are indeed. So I think we'll find a diplomat who can chat to someone we want to give that to. Who's a diplomat? Do you want to give that to Venice? Bit, you know what, we've given it to them before. We've given it to them before, so we will do it once more. Have your city back. No, that's the wrong thing, Thomas. Give their city back. They can have the city of Carlisle. Marvellous. Do you want anything for it? Just give us some map information. That'll be absolutely fine. Perfecto. Although I'm kind of annoyed that I do it that way because it's stuck loaded. There we go. Okay, we have now been kicked out the wrong direction. I probably should have just got us onto the boat before. But oh well. So, you sir, are you looking safe? We'll be fine. Probably. So these chaps can swing over to Gregory. That will be no issues whatsoever. Yeah, we'll send these guys around this way. That Milanese fleet might be a problem, but honestly, you can afford to lose one battle at sea. Afford to lose 2 battles at sea. Hopefully we don't drown from a third in the end turn. I'm sure it'll be fine. This guy likes to get merry, so that's probably suits his situation. Get himself into a few ruckuses on the sea. Okay, I think it's time to end our turn, and we'll see what comes our way. We've got a bit more smashing up in the east to do. Whereas with Milan, I think we should at least eject them from Italy. A new turn, and we can see Denmark have gone as far south as Nuremberg, which I've really never seen them do. Very well done, Denmark. So the Imperials seem to be down to just Innsbruck over here, and presumably Vienna. I'm not sure they actually have any more than that. Do they still have Staufen? According to my map, they do indeed. However, we probably need to start using these here Inquisitors a little bit more, because if I just let them wander around, they kill who they fancy. But I think we should really be heading over to Milan. We might actually be able to take out their family pretty nicely here. So you, sir, head... Come on, head south. Get down to Milan. We're going to take out these guys. Oh, yes, you look like a delicious easy target here. So we're going to snipe off their family as much as possible. If it turns out their family dies out simply because they were too much of a pile of heathens, well, that wasn't me murdering their entire peoples. No. That was God's will, of course. Yeah, they are obviously besieging down Blast again. I sent all the troops from Gregory straight over because really I really need to go and deal with that problem, to be honest. Obviously the Vatican here can't really send any supplies of troops, so we need to go deal with them. So yeah, everything's getting a bit stretched over in this part of the world. It's almost as if I have all my armies over in the east, on which note we should probably head into a few of these. So nice simple victory there, 3 men lost, and Aleppo is ours. We will sack that. We'll give it away very soon anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. In the meantime, there's not really much we can do to repair because obviously we have no we have no money, of course. So that really does make that a little bit difficult. Over to Baghdad then, we will get that under siege. Something like that will be fine. They've got 1 unit in there. So some militia, all right. But yeah, frankly, not going to be much of interest. Fairground in Gregory. Must have put that on a while back because I don't remember having any money for a while now. So there we go. Right. Venice are back over there. We've landed our troops. They weren't attacked on the end turn. Ronaldus has a few troops, but honestly, no boats to actually send anyone round. So we're kind of just stuck where we are for the time being. These guys are actually scouts, aren't they? Yes, they are. They are indeed. Fine. We need to see what's going to happen at Dam and Blast, but otherwise, it's just a few end turns here just to see what happens with Milan. England and Denmark are now at war, which is a bit of a shame because, quite frankly, I'm enjoying what Denmark are doing. Ronaldus has the plague, which is really not good. You certainly can just get out of there before you pick it up. Normally you get a turn's grace for that kind of business. They have vacated Dam and Blast, which is good news indeed. I need to go and take them out, and honestly, it doesn't look like I have enough forces to take them on, does it? No, it does not. So we're going to have to try and grab together what we have here. See if we can make it work. So, what do we have? Something that's a bit of a mess. So, okay, we'll grab what full units we have, or what's nearly full, and smush them together for now. That leaves us with a couple of spare spaces. That's fine. Put the Swiss Guard in there. There are more Swiss Guard over here in the city. We could do with having them in the army, to be honest. So, you, sir, get in here. Yeah, I need to reorganise this force. I won't bore you with all of that nonsense. I'll get to that in time. What we do need to do, though, is finish off Baghdad on this new turn. Waltz into there. Sack the settlement. We're going to give it away to someone, so I'm not too worried. So, what else have we got? We've got some murdering to do. Murder, murder, murder. Why don't I let them go? I don't know, to be honest. Well, they're gone, which is good. Should we just leave some pilgrims in charge of Baghdad? We probably could, but I forgot to leave some... yeah, I didn't leave any opportunity for that. This is going to rebel pretty soon, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it is. Maybe we should build a church. A church is probably a good idea. Same with Aleppo over here. We are supposed to be aggressively converting these regions before we give them away, aren't we? So that would probably be a sensible plan. Maybe we should grab all the cav, send them home to Baghdad. They're going to get themselves killed here, aren't they? Yeah, they very much are. We should have murdered them brutally. Oh well, off to Mosul in the meantime. We'll probably go and grab the cav next turn anyway, because it doesn't look like they're doing very much good in that part of the world. This army, meanwhile, is just going to head over to Alexandria, see what it can do. It might well fail, but honestly, that would at least give me some money to go and deal with my other problems. So that's probably for the best going forward. Now, hopefully we'll find some Milanese chap floating around here. Of course, we can only use the Inquisitor if they are not in the city. So this guy is ripe for the murdering right now. I mean, the burning. The godly burning, of course. That's what I mean. Anyway, let's merge these guys up and we'll send a force to Milan. Oh, the Venetians truly are my friends. Look at this. 2 Venetian assassins right outside Milan. And more importantly, we've got our Inquisitor 1 turn away from this chap. But even more importantly, we have our army here. And we can give a poke to both this chap here and the chap in the city. Now, I'm not convinced we'll catch them all because we are very low in terms of our cav. However, if we can take them out, we can grab the city right here, which I think will be rather marvellous indeed. Doesn't seem to have, well, you see quite a lot of things here, but not a lot of it seems to be for battle, to be honest. So I reckon we have a good chance of taking him out. As for the other chap over here, Giovanni Rossi, he is equally very fertile. Damn Genoese, and other than that, no, nothing too good. Born to Command is great, but he hasn't got much to follow it up. Doesn't look like he'll be taking masses of hits, most importantly. Okay, so just the general there at the front, and in behind are a pile of units, but frankly, we have far more than them. We just have to make sure we get in and engage these Genoese crossbow militia. Don't let them do their crossbowing nonsense. Fine, let's hit him. Let's deal with Milan. Interestingly, the exact moment we've run out of trebuchet bolts is the exact moment they decide they're going to send their crossbowmen forward. So I think cavalry, it's time to go and deal with them. Give them a good hearty charge. And that, oh, hit them. We hit the rock. Okay, not too bad though. Not too bad. We should pile into them quite nicely. Sadly, they're just going to survive all of that, aren't they? Indeed they are. Apparently we're on cow mode now. Don't worry about cows. Just get on. Right. Okay. So, let's just get in at this point, shall we? Broken lances at the front over there. Armoured sergeants into their spear militia. Papal guard into their spear militia. Papal guard into their Genoese, I suppose. Just literally do a proper old charge. Now, all missiles, on the other hand, you should probably just lay some fire into those guys back there. You chaps just hang back somewhere with your cows, somewhere where you're safe, I suppose. And as for the cav, we're going to get you just around the back a little bit. Send you around this side over here. Good. So, get everyone charging forward. Does this mean we're all dying of cow now? I think that is what that means. So, since we're all flashing yellow, dying of cow, that's fine. Time to send everyone thundering in to Milan. It's a proper old encounter, this one, and our cavalry is managing to get around the back here. Their general's getting a little bit distracted by us, but that's fine by me, actually. Let's get these spear militias sneaking around here as well. We can pull them into an engagement. That would be ideal. General's going to hit these guys. They're going to do a bit of damage, but we're going to get everyone into him. That will be absolutely marvellous. So, we do have a few men sitting here at the back, a few more Pacifist lads. Those religious fanatics can join in as well. That would be absolutely marvellous. You, sir, get on top of them. General, you pull out of that. Get on top of their guy. We are smashing through their lines. All of you, just get on top of that general. We need him to go down. Missiles, just start shooting at their crossbows from a distance. Yeah. Don't let them get away. Just grab them. Grab them. Run them down. It's annoying. Unfortunately, we're going to miss them here, aren't we? Which is a bit of a shame because we had a good chance to catch them there. Okay. What else do we have? All these guys. In fact, all infantry just charge after them. Apart from, let's just say, one unit. Carry on in this direction. There we go. There goes one of them. That is marvellous news. We have indeed sent him to hell. Get on top of the other guy. Get on top of the other guy nice and quick. We should. I mean, none of these guys are light enough, really, to be a definite catch, but we'll keep sending them in this direction. Infantry, likewise. Okay, those guys are just shaken. Don't really know why they're still fighting, but apparently they are. We need to get on top of these. I probably, Mr. General, need to get you in this direction. He just managed to escape. He has indeed. Fine. Get all of our lads straight over here. We might just be able to catch one or two more of these units. Bit of a shame that we're not going to quite finish them all off here. But on the plus side, we at least got one of the leaders. And it looks like we got most of their units overall, which is a positive, I suppose. They've actually managed to regroup here, which is ideal, actually. So, you guys into them, you guys into them. Just get your charges in, and that should be a nice victory for us, because actually we can pin them down here. There'll only be one general left in the city, then we're just going to stroll in. That sounds marvellous. In the end, only a few men got away there, a couple infantry units, but not anything significant other than the one general, of course. So with that, I reckon, no, we execute, because you're Milanese. He's going to flee into the city. Oh, damn and blast. This name is well named, isn't it? Yeah, not quite able to make it, which is a bit of a shame. That gives us a chance to take us on with that big pile of mercenaries that I never hired up all those turns ago. Well, big victory over Milan, though. Hopefully we can clear them out and we can start to give this away. I'm just going to give, like, everyone one city here. Hopefully, yes, I was going to say, hopefully we'll meet up with Scotland eventually. Yes, here is Scotland. Yeah, the Highlands' finest. And we will give away something to them over here in the east. I'm hoping Baghdad lasts one more turn so I get one more priest out of it. But with any luck, I will. And at that point, I will give it away. Possibly I'll give those three to Denmark, because they're doing good work for the Catholicism Empire here. I was going to say, good work for the Empire. They're destroying the Empire, Thomas, and that's why you like them. Time to give away Baghdad then. It has managed to survive long enough to get a couple priests out, so it should be converting it somewhat in time here. Yes, of course, we are going to be passing it over to Denmark, hence the new name. I just have a Danish kid in my class, and adorably they do actually have a Lego backpack. It's very cute indeed. So Legoland will be the new magical land of the East that I'm going to offer Denmark. They will obviously be giving others come the future. We want to give them Mosul in a turn or two, and likewise Aleppo. But I do like to get them set up with a couple of priests and cardinals. So there we are. There are a few priests and cardinals. I'm very tempted to go for Antioch. I really, really am. But do I want to start a whole new war against Turkey? Probably do, you know. But maybe we'll keep that for another time. This army should probably join up with this force. They haven't got annoyed at me yet. Oh, there's Poland. And we'll head over and conquer Egypt proper. So, Legoland now has its... That's not going to last long, is it? I normally get given a load of nice troops. They've been given piles of Moorish ballista and oranges. Oh dear. Okay, well, maybe more converting needs to be done in future. But there we go. Okay, you go and join up with them. I mean, we've actually got an extra general over here nowadays, by the way. So, hence, we don't quite have space. Okay, Mosul over here. I'm pretty sure Hungary and the Mongols are now at war, by the way. I don't really have sight on all of this, but I'm sure I saw that on my messages at some point. I can see a little bit of something there at Ryazan, so maybe they're there. I'm not entirely sure. We might have to have a little look at take on the fog of war at the end of the episode here, just to have a sneaky look at what's going on. So this by, you can just hang out in Aleppo while we get things sorted out. Don't want to get any more troops while I'm here. You know what wouldn't be the worst idea? Could get some things retrained. Some of these Turcopoles certainly could do with it. So yeah, you know what, we'll get the Turcopoles retrained. We'll get some unhorsed knights. And do we have time to get anything else? You know what, I think we're doing okay in this army. They're absolutely fine. Okay, as for Milan, the main event is, of course, Milan, and this guy. Oh, and he's been burnt at the stake. It turns out he was a vile wretch. I'm so dyslexic. A vile wretch of a man, and he has been burnt down. Right, you chaps. Oh, they've managed to get their whole force in here. That's so annoying. Okay, we're going to plot here. Now, I'm not sure quite what I want to do, actually. I'm going to put them under siege. Oh, the gates are open. The gates are open. And I have a trebuchet. Okay. This is interesting. 2 to 1. It says 2 to 1. The bar's clearly not that. Right, they have a load of fanatics. So, we should have the... Yeah, we have the infantry advantage here. In fact, I think with a very little... in terms of quality troops here, we can totally do this. We're going to go take Milan. Oh, Count Agostino the Mean. Are you the faction leader? You're just the faction heir. Damn. I was hoping that would be the end of them. It looks like this guy over here is going to have to try and hunt down their faction leader yet. I wonder if we can finish off a faction with the Inquisitors. That would be truly the end that we will want for Milan. Fine, let's head in to Milan. We're going to give them a poke. Apparently 2-1. I don't believe that for a second, but the numbers of men are equal and we need to get going. Let's head in. This is a big one.
Good news! Our spy has opened the gates. It's time to reap victory.
Oh, of course. That means that they're not actually fully prepared. Oh, of course they are. Of course they are. Whenever I have them open the gates to me, whenever I have that happen, we have men at all the different towers, and I've got to rush all my men around because it's a surprise attack. But no. No. Milan get to have all their men here right away. That's a bit of a cheesy thing from the AI. Never realised that before. It's incredibly annoying when when the gates have been opened against you for that exact reason. But there we go. Right, we might as well take out the towers then. They've got a fair few men here at the gates at the start. It's a huge old place, this, isn't it? A proper old secondary wall. Shame we can't actually utilise these. It'd be incredibly effective if you could. They seem to be fleeing to the plaza, which is not good news, to be honest. But I've got some missiles. We can still make some use of them. As we're busy shooting the town down here, just sending a few men to clear out the only unit left here at the gate. Let's send a few more to go and deal with us in the meantime. If they want to get caught out like this is fine by me. Just going to send a few of these guys forward. Trying to keep back the Swiss Guard, keep them as fresh as possible for later in the battle. We're going to have to face them on the plaza. I'm really going to need my best men to front them up. So we're going to use these guys to start with to make sure we, win. But yeah, with the Swiss Guard and then try and keep some other fresher troops going forward. The trebuchet honestly has done virtually nothing. It's taken out this tower and not even all of this tower yet. Just as well, I suppose, we've got the gates open. We'll stroll on through anyway. Interesting little formation of streets here. Haven't seen this size city yet on this campaign, I don't think. So interesting winding streets, but it's fairly straightforward to get to the plaza. And the AI, annoyingly, is doing a fairly sensible job of shoving everyone here onto the plaza. Yeah, this could be very, very difficult indeed. Okay, you guys try and get around the back of him. We'll get him to break, I think. If you do that, that would be perfect. Come on, over here. Genoese crossbowmen doing a magnificent job of still shooting their crossbows while surrounded, but we have eventually managed to chop them down. So 3% to 6%. That's fair enough as a starting point, I suppose. It's one unit mopped up. You guys, get yourself over here. We'll just try and set a position then and see if anyone wants to come forward, because we could really do with taking these guys on as separately as possible. As we get everyone set up then, we are going to just park ourselves in the streets over here just to make sure we can catch anyone who's dumb enough to come forward. Indeed, there is one bloke over here and a few more militia with the same kind of idea. So we'll just pull the Papal Guard back for the meantime. Yeah, they are getting pulled in, which is nice. I'm actually sending forward the crossbowmen right now. They're still a little bit away from making it. You guys charge in. That will be very nice. Good work, sir. Good work. And you chaps charge in. You chaps charge in. And you chaps charge in. That'll be good. So, we'll get these guys from behind. We'll get these guys from all angles. Hopefully, that'll be enough to do the job on them. We are getting the rest of our guys in gradually, but if I can get as much done with a few units, then I'll be very pleased indeed. Just seeming to cut through these guys. Yeah, we've got them. We have got them. This is working pretty nicely. We're getting through a few units at a time, which is just what I want. Seem to be getting pulled in again and again, which is ideal. These guys actually lost nothing, which is quite perfect. Okay, other unit, get yourselves back into position. Thank you very much, sir. Let's rinse and repeat, and the reinforcements are on their way. Police crossbowmen coming in for the tease. It doesn't look like they're going to be needed for the teasing, but hey ho. If we get to that point, then we will make good use of them once more. Crossbows. Can you just line yourself up here for the meantime? Of course they can't. There's too many of them. Just to be difficult, isn't it? Just to be difficult. Charge in once more, and the crossbowmen. If you just stop moving. No, don't do that. Skirmish for a moment. Yeah, and just stop charging. Someone keeps dying. This charge should really do some hefty damage. Religious fanatics have no defence, so they will melt from that kind of assault. As for the rest of our troops, we are getting, yeah, here comes some more spear militia and, yeah, the mercenary spearmen. That is good. General's plodding his way in as well. Where are Swiss Guard, by the way? You're very slow, aren't you? Indeed they are. They'll be here one day. And on that day, victory, I'm sure, will be complete. Right, missiles you really shouldn't be shooting right now. We're getting ourselves into position. Armoured sergeants are currently trying to get into your position, so they can just stop here instead. You'll be fine there, lads. You'll be fine there. Go back into that position. They are coming forward once again. They are just coming straight back into this. They're not fighting on the plaza like they should have. They were sensible enough to fall back there, but they're not sensible enough to actually hold that as their position. They're utter fools. Okay, get yourselves over here. Are they going to all come in? They're just reorganizing right now. Interesting. I'm surprised they haven't just sent forward all of their crossbows, but alas, not just yet. So, if you've broken lances, religious fanatics, etc., etc., I think there might be out of there like 1 or 2 units of crossbows they had, because they used those right at the start. Okay, we'll let them reorganise and see if they want to come in for another round. If not, then we'll get the crossbows out. Weirdly, their response to me shooting some of them just then was to rearrange the different units we're getting shot instead. Probably, though, a good idea at this point to get all my missiles to run away. Run away, run away, run away, run away. But that'll be absolutely fine. So we'll just slow that down. They haven't done the job, have they? They haven't decided to run at all. But we have managed to put in the general, which is ideal, actually. So as many of you as possible, get yourselves out of there. Let's just pick a spot. Run back there. Perfect. Right, you chaps get on top. You chaps all get on top. In fact, this is probably a good chance to get the fresh troops in as well. Although these lads are pretty fresh as well, it should be said. Only taking a few small knocks, actually, with regards to the crossbows there. They didn't get too badly destroyed. It was fairly experienced lads at the front there that were getting picked at. So they held out surprisingly well. We've got around the back of this guy already, which is just what you want to see. No one else seems to be coming immediately to support him. That is what we like right here. There goes the general. And I don't think he's going to get through all of this, is he? Be very lucky if he does. Well, there we are. Apparently the game wants him to survive because, no, that was him. That was him there. That is the general. Good news indeed. So, with that, should we just try and take them on mano a mano? No, I think we'll keep on doing it this way. This way is more fun. For some reason, their latest response to the crossbow shots are to get into a big penguin cuddle, which is an interesting response. I suppose they are now charging, so I guess they're at least now reacting with some modicum of sense. But even so, lads, yeah, piling up together is a good way of making sure at least one of you gets hit. These guys decide not to run because they're utter fools. Right, lads, just pull out of there. Your job was, well, that's why I use these guys, to be honest, because they are the most dispensable. So, these broken lances are just starting to come in. Honestly, we'll just get back on top of them. We'll send these guys forward because there's plenty of murdering that can go on. Come on, kill the lances. You guys get forward and shoot the next guys. In fact, I'm just going to send the missiles forward. Maybe I should just send all my infantry in. Maybe I should. Let's just line them up. At this stage, it's got a little bit silly and tedious. So at this point, it is largely a big pile of men coming in for a battle. But to be honest, the crossbowmen will largely do some hilarious work in the meantime. We'll get them to stop shooting at this point. So you guys halt with all of that nonsense. And at this point, we're just getting the Swiss Guard to form up at the front here. And once they've done that, we're in a very nice position indeed. Okay, they're just going to charge into our Swiss Guard, which I don't think is going to go awfully well at all. But I suppose it is your broken lances. You can see broken lances getting slaughtered by our Swiss Guard. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Here we are then. We've got Swiss Guard at the front in a small little plugged gap here, coming forward to take on, well, terrible troops in comparison at this point. Broken lances didn't stand a chance. Then what are the religious fanatics going to do? Wow, they are chunking their way through all of this. That is just impressive, guys. Well done. few bolts coming in now over the top because I've got my Swiss Guard in a beautiful line here at the front. If they want to come and take us on, they can. If they want to stand there and get shot, they're welcome to that as well. They're now charging in. I don't think it's going to go very well. Keep an eye. 59, 53, 54. We'll lose a couple, but it doesn't look like we're going to lose that many. I'm not even going to put them on guard because guard mode on this, as I've said before, pretty much just means hold position and don't kill. So we'll let them do their murdering. Fanatics aren't going to achieve very much. Of course, they're on the plaza, so they'll just keep fighting at this point, but I'm quite happy to send all my missile troops to shoot in against those mailed knights. Papal Guard, Dismounted Feudal Knights are here ready to give some support if I desperately need it, but quite happy for the Swiss Guard just to stand here now and hack them away, because, quite frankly, I think they'll do a pretty good job of it. This is amazing. It's just so good. They just keep sending them back in again and again and again because they're on the plaza at this point. They're not going to break, but they are just getting hacked to pieces. Pokey, 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 stabby, slashy, smacky, stabby. And yeah, I mean, they're not even really in much of a formation anymore, and they're still slaughtering them. A few crossbow bolts coming over the top now, hitting kind of some of our own men, so we should probably aim for the very back men at this point, or just pull out of that. At this point, all infantry, just, yeah, actually, if the rest of you, get yourself into the side here. Get yourself around over here. That would be absolutely magnificent. Same with the Cav, actually. Cav, you get yourself around to this part of the town. I have no idea how you're going to get yourself there. You can have a run. Maybe we'll get around the back of them. To be honest, the missiles now, apart from laying a few missiles into the back, not really worth shooting them. Officially, we now have control of the city, and we're lining up these men to charge in. The Swiss Guard, I mean, look at that. They've barely even lost even a quarter of their troops. Obviously, I did hold them back for this moment of the battle, but why, oh my, they've done a spectacularly effective job. Just get everyone in now to hack away and finish them off. It's going to be a bit more of a stabby affair for the rest of them, but to be honest, that's kind of the point at this stage. And that's supposed to all get into these guys. General, we're charging into the back. Crusader Sergeant's going to get themselves nicely charged by a general. Didn't really see the Lancers get down there, but oh well. Down to the last few at this stage, and I'd say that's an incredibly effective attack on a city there. 14% lost. That, yeah, they will be awed. That was a really pretty good victory. The Alps over there in the distance overshadowing the city, who at last have been freed from the Milanese scum. If you want to see how the Swiss Guard have actually done here, by the way, 12, 12, 13 in terms of losses, but 115, 143, 189 kills. They would have kept going all day long. My, oh my, they were magnificent, though, weren't they? So, with that, Milan have lost their major cities. They're down to just Dijon. And whoever takes Dijon, you will have my thanks forevermore. Now, Milan has fallen. Inquisitor has taken care of this general. These are mostly mercs. Now, if I were in this army, I would honestly just rebel and just become a mercenary band. Don't know why you would do anything else, to be honest. Now, I could just go and smash up a lot of this town. But I'm just going to get rid of the Master Thieves Guild, to be honest, because I don't want other people with good thieves around. However, I might as well let my allies have something good. So we will get a bit of retraining done, because we can actually recruit a lot of our good units here. So we will retrain what we can. We'll give it away in a few turns' time. Scotland, Scotland, Scotland. Oh, do I have some fun for you. Where are you, Scotland? There you are, hanging outside of Cambridge. She's gone back to France. Interesting. Right, I'm going to offer you the region of Dam and Blast. Oh, this is a marvellous day.
Extremely pleasing agreement to reach.
There we are. So Scotland now Dam and Blast, and they've got a similarly Moorish force in the city there. That is magnificent. Okay, these guys are just going to hang outside Milan. That is fine. Gregory, just get a couple of papal guards to keep it chilled for the time being. Vatican, Honestly, we just need to get ourselves some... We got the Halberd Militia. Oh, Great Cross! Get ourselves a Great Cross because we built the Cathedral. Of course we did. Get some Swiss Guard because we do need those, and a Broken Lance. Big piles of money again, of course, from sacking all those terrible, terrible, fiendish Milanese cities. As for the final bit of Milan, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, they're going to spawn so much out of here. You just know it, don't you? Factionaire, where's their leader? I don't know. I'll have to hunt him down. But yeah, I just don't trust them. Even with one city all the way over there, I do not trust them to not cause me problems. But I think we've largely dealt with a problem here. So Scotland have Dome and Blast. I think that's good. Maybe Portugal can get... Should we give Portugal Milan? Portugal are a little bit insane. Would that be madness? It would be madness, but I love it. So we're going to give Portugal the great city of Milan. Okay, you sir head over in this direction. We've got diplomats wandering off in all sorts of places. That is great. We do need to talk to Portugal at some point, actually. So hopefully we'll manage to find those in the coming turns. Now, obviously we've given this back to them. Was this the same turn? It was the same turn. I forget where we are. Fine, we're going to finish building that chapel. Well, yeah, we're getting a few troops to retrain and things, so we'll be able to give that over to Denmark very, very soon. And when that's done, of course, we can send the army south to go and finish off Egypt. They'll then just be left with Arabia. There's actually, I'm pretty sure there'll be a few armies down there because my scout earlier had found a few, but alas, I don't know quite where they are at this point in time. Fine, okay, I'm going to Emitter, and we'll just see what creeps up in the following moments here, because Milan could take us on, but I don't think these mercs here can do an awful lot. Time to head into Mosul then. We're going to take some losses doing that, but with that we have ourselves one more settlement. We're going to sack this one. It's a castle, so it should be more chilled than the last. We will, of course, just repair it up for our Danish friends. We're going to very soon have it. 18% over at Legoland. It is still rioting, but hopefully we're helping to convert it over time. As for Aleppo, it is time for us to move on from this dear town. So we're going to head out. We're going to take our agents with us, of course. I will leave one of my cardinals here to convert it. We're at 50%. Yeah, no, I'm going to take a couple of my other guys with me. And we're going to head down in this direction. Actually, should I send one of my generals to go and deal with this? Probably should, actually. You tell you what, we'll have a bit more time over there. We'll have a bit more time for that. Turks are a bit annoyed at me. But, you know, chill out, guys. I could come and kill you if I want. So you should probably just relax, I think. So with that dealt with, yeah, we'll send this guy over here to Aleppo, and then we can move on. So we'll get ourselves some dirt roads. We'll then move that army south. In the meantime, we have Egyptian army in the way. Clear them out. Sadly, not quite managed to finish them off, but there we are. Yeah, we can go and get the general over to here, to Aleppo. We can go to take a boat, which means that we can just avoid all the wandering around these towns, which do get in our way in spite of the fact that we're allies. We don't have military access, which we probably should at this point, but there we go. Okay, we're nearly here with a heavy armourer, by the way. The partial plates are going to come through eventually. I'm really, really piling up on the infrastructure in this here town. So we'll just keep on getting everything charged up. I just want to make sure we have a place where we can get the best possible quality on our men. So Levitana, I probably should get that in time here, but I really need to focus on some of the more infrastructure based stuff for the time being. We have a brothel in the Vatican, but we don't need an inn. We don't really like visitors, we just like a good brothel. So the Pope can keep that on his side. And otherwise, yeah, get ourselves the old market upgrade. Okay, kind of slightly regret that I gave away Bologna in some ways. I wouldn't mind having that as well. But there we are. As for Milan, we probably should go and clear off this force. Annoying my Inquisitor over here has disappeared. I think he must have run out of kills and died, which is a big shame because there's a new family member that's been generated out of nowhere, which is always rather irritating. Nonetheless, well, you know, it's fine. we'll make it work for us. We'll make it work for us because we can keep killing as many of the Milanese as they emerge. Now, I don't know where the Scottish have gone. They've wandered off at this point, but at least they have a city right down the road from us now. We can keep a good chat. To be honest, that's the main thing that's going on here. It's just easy access for all my diplomats. Marvellous stuff. Who haven't I given things to yet? Imperials are obviously evil. Milan are obviously evil. France are French. I don't really want to give them anything. I could give France Aleppo. That seems somewhat apt. I don't know. We'll have to work that one out in time. We should probably get a diplomat, and I didn't get one out of the city while I had a city. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Oh well. Right. Time to end our turn. Just see where we're leading things towards next time, because I feel like we've come to the end of today's episode. We've cleared out Milan from Italy. They're not quite gone yet, but I feel like we've done the main part of the job. Well, Pope Oddus is dead. We knew he was old, but surprisingly soon in some ways. So with that, we see the end of a fairly short reign, but I would say a significant one. Very significant one indeed. Do we want Merchants Guild? Why not? Let's just have one. Papal election. So, who do we have? The papal chap, England, and Gunther the warmonger. Oh, that sounds marvellous. Do we get any ideas about what these guys are like? We don't, but we'll vote for ourselves, of course. So, marvellous work here. Pope Datus. Is that the guy we just voted for? I don't even know, because the votes looked like they were even. So, Pope Oddus is dead. Ah, so he is the Papal States guy. Perfect. So we have our man voted in. I guess we get double votes because why wouldn't we? Hungary! Come on. You should be voting for me. Very strange. Right, Cardinal report. A couple have been promoted. Ornamental armour, of course. New faction leader, Pope Datus here. So, ornamental armour, he's the chosen one. Theologian's Guild experience. That's nice. Strong faith, questionable. Interesting. Enemy of heresy, odd habits, and faction leader. Still no women. Damn and blast. Oh well, so we have ourselves a spy merchant. We don't need any of that stuff right now. What we do need instead is, just some more buildings being sorted out. So, Pope Datus is our new leader. Marvellous, marvellous news. We'll see which direction he takes us in next time. Of course, we do need to start vacating over here in Mosul, so I think that's what we will do now. I'll take you out of the town. Getting in my way, are you? Very rude. It's a bit of a ballsy thing to do, Turkey. Right, Mosul is now empty. Where are you, Denmark? You can have that as well. Have that lovely, lovely town of... Wait, no, Mosul. Yeah, have Mosul. We haven't named that in any witty way because I forgot. But there we go. So, that is theirs. That has been lost. Okay. This army... We need to go back and do this again. Okay, go and take Legoland pack. They've been given Mosul. That will hold at the very least. So, Mosul is theirs. We'll go take back Legoland for you. That's absolutely fine. As for this army over here, they're in my way. We'll just wander over to Alexandria. I'll ignore them if they don't want to get in my way. A lot of nonsense going along. England and Scotland are allies. It is a very strange day indeed, ladies and gents. I've given Scotland part of the coast of Italy, and suddenly they've managed to find peace of England somehow. I don't know how that's happened, but there we go. Right. Well, it's been an eventful day. Pope Oddus didn't really get involved in the wars, but he did go and clear out some of the Middle East to go and make it more and more Catholic, which is, I would say, pretty good work, all things considered. He made a bit of a mistake in giving away Legoland, but we will go and rectify that after his reign. It's absolutely fine. Most importantly, he cleared out Milan. He dealt with the Milanese threat. Not quite entirely. I think our new Pope, whatever his name is, good old Pope Datus here, is going to have to do a little bit of mopping up. But that is to no disregard to Pope Oddus, who I think this city should be named after, actually, to remember his great successful deeds. Perfect. So, with the city of Oddus under our control and this Milanese guy soon to be destroyed, I think we're at a place to call it an end for today, ladies and gents. Good, solid infrastructure going on in all of our towns here. The Vatican is not growing, so I'm going to have to actually turn down the tax rate just to encourage a bit of growth, which is not ideal, but oh well, a bit annoying, hey-ho. But yeah, things are looking good. We've managed to get rid of Milan. We've given Scotland a bit of land. Finally made contact with Scotland. The mysterious deep dark people from the foreign depths of the world. We finally managed to meet them. So that is good news indeed. I think though, let's have a little look at the map right now. So turn off the fog of war and see what we've got. Ooh, Timbuktu. Well done, Portugal. They've got themselves Timbuktu, not wandering over to Arguin, sadly, but they have made it over there. The Moors still exist. Interesting. I haven't seen the peacekeeping force for a while, so yeah, didn't even realise they were still around, but indeed they are. I suspect Portugal would take that over in time, unless the Danes happen to beat them to it. Valencia has finally fallen. El Cid is dead, probably just died of old age. Pretty much in my experience, the AI never take this whilst El Cid is alive. They only ever do it once he's gone. They should probably switch these two cities around. It looks a bit silly right now. We'll see if Portugal and Spain can deal with this situation in time. But well done, Portugal. Perhaps maybe giving them Oddus to be a bit dangerous, actually, because they've already got quite a bit of power over here. I don't mind giving them something in the east. Maybe they can have Alexandria. Maybe they can have Egypt. That might be okay. Spain aren't really a threat. They attacked us once, but that didn't really last. So maybe Spain can have something in the east as well. As for all of this, Scotland, as we saw last time, Infinite. They have Oslo. Oh, I didn't realise that. I missed that at some point. Okay, they might have been on the map for a while and I just hadn't noticed, but there we are. The Mongols, the Mongols have gone and sacked Ryazan, which is what I was theorising earlier in the day. That has happened. They are going towards Kiev, presumably. That is one of their targeted cities. Turks doing all right, because before we launched our attack, our crusade on Egypt, they'd actually taken a bit of land off them in a war, hadn't they? So they're doing all right. They've actually got Nicaea as well. The Hungarians have Constantinople under siege. Well, I think in the comments someone was saying this is Hungary's game to lose. Indeed, it might look a bit that way, but they've lost a bit of land, lost a bit of their land. I mean, certainly they used to have Kiev, Ryazan and Sarkel. They've now kind of lost the connection there. Maybe grabbing Kaffa wouldn't be a bad idea for them. But Hungary certainly looking very solid. Certainly looking good. Poland not doing bad either, although Stettin's a bit of an odd one to be missing. Russia. Never see them do an awful lot in this game. They often get Kiev, but not a lot more than that. So we will see if they do anything interesting. Certainly we're causing a bit of chaos on the map here, but I'm kind of enjoying it. Kind of enjoying that as we go. We'll see once we deal. Oh, they got Bern as well. I hadn't thought about that. They got Bern and Dijon. Maybe this war is nearer, not quite so close to ending as I thought. Well, we'll have to go. Well, as I said, we'll have to go deal with Milan anyway. Might just give this to like France and Scotland. I don't know. We'll work that out next time. But for now, I will leave you. I'm Thomas, this is Tenos Human, and this has been Papal State's Pacifist Run. And one day, very, very soon, we will have peace in this world. But you've got to make a desert to call it peace. So that's what we're going to do. Thank you, and goodbye. Flaming horses! It's a flaming horse! No one will stand in the way of the Reich! No! My archers. Sorry, look at this guy. I don't want to die. But of course you shall, my friend. Oh, yes.